15P, 20P, 21IP. As much as you hate Vistas, these guys are easy for us. If it's 2.0 or higher, you can prom upgrade, IGSMV 4G-TC2, $180. You have a communicator that can do any communication path, any of our service plans, and you can get Total Connect. So that prom verification is key on those. Like, as scary as these may seem, and I promise you eventually it's going to click on anything that might seem weird now, these are pretty easy. 15P can only do 6 wired zones, but you can do expansion beyond that with the 4219. 2 AUIs means 2 touchscreens. That's star 189 field, parameters, you set the parameter 5 on AUI 2, Total Connect defaults to AUI 2. AUI means advanced user interface, basically means a touchscreen keypad. It's different than addresses 16 above for the regular console keypads. It's address 1, 2, 5, and 6. On a Vista, that 15P, it's only address 1 and 2. On a 20P, it's 1, 2, 5, and 6. If they have 2 touchscreens and they have a Vista 15P, they cannot do Total Connect. They've used their 2 AUI slots. They would have to downgrade one of their keypads to get Total Connect. If they're a 20P and they have 4 touchscreens or 3 touchscreens in a VAM, again, they can't do Total Connect unless they drop one. So understanding those AUIs and how that plays into Total Connect and probing them on their keypads is important. Normally, we don't necessarily need to know what kind of keypads they have, but understanding touchscreens is always important.
What's the, is there a lower version that we can accept, or it has to be 9.12 or higher?
We can monitor less than 912, we can't do Total Connect on it. So we can compass any P. If it's a 2.0, then it can be prom upgraded. If it happens to be a 20P-1.3, it cannot be prom upgraded. So we could still compass it, we could still alarm net it, but we cannot Total Connect it. LTE is now out, so we got flexible communication paths. Again, these are bread and butter panels for us.
I remember I had a question the other day. Frank was telling me on the 21IP, the lowest chip version for Total Connect was like
313.
Is it 313?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 21IP is a totally different prom. I forgot to put that in here, but yeah, that's a good call.
The newest prom for 21IP is 4.12.
It's 4.1. So the lowest was 3 point what?
3.13 was the first that did Total Connect. We have a document that's a Total Connect 2.0 compatibility document that tells you what prom you need to have it.
Okay.
There were 21 IPs that cannot do Total Connect. They were slower than 313.
And those cannot be.
TC2, right?
Right.
TC2.
And those can't be prom upgraded either.
Okay.
You got to be able to have programming mode, which, again, if they're locked out, they're locked out, unless you do that trick of the communicator. And the alpha keypad is important if you're going to steal an account. If the radio's not released, you need a keypad that can get into star 29 programming so that you can get into the programming and put in R63 for Charlie. So once you start finding out that they might be something that's locked out, or you check the MAC and CRC on AlarmNet and it's tied up, it's telling you that it's active now, that doesn't mean we can't do it. That just means we have to get them an alpha keypad. Feel free to tell them we'll send you a 6160, buy it. If you return it after using it, we'll give you a good refund back on it. So, if you're going to get the monitoring out doing that, if it's just that they don't want to buy a 6160 because they have a 6150, feel free to do something like that. Once that alpha keypad's on there, we can take the system over, even if their company's giving them the runaround on getting the communicator released.